My name is Jenna Miscavige. My uncle's the leader of Scientology, and I escaped when I was 22. One of the biggest questions I'm asked is how Scientology gets away with human trafficking, child trafficking, and SA. I'm going to answer that. Many ex-Scientologists have sued Scientology. After a lifetime of human rights abuses, you would think that your recourse and savior would be your right to a fair trial, right? Wrong. Not only does it take years to realize what's happened to you, because you're usually indoctrinated from birth and don't know any different, but when you finally try to sue, Scientology uses their arbitration agreements to protect themselves. These are documents they have you sign without even realizing what you're signing, without actually having to read it first, and without being allowed to consult an attorney. They take people who are born into Scientology, who have signed billion-year contracts, who they have deprived of an education, and then worked like a slave and SA'd, but a judges let Scientology use this arbitration clause to protect themselves. Even when signed as an adult, judges have ruled that it applies retroactively for when the ex-Scientologist was a kid. The courts have even forced ex-Scientologists to be governed by Scientology's internal arbitration procedures. That isn't freedom of religion. It's the government siding with a cult that's violating the very laws put in place by the government. Who's worse, Scientology or the judge who lets that slide? These arbitration agreements are completely unconscionable, but I expect that from Scientology. A judge who's sitting pretty, gets paid no matter what, and who doesn't have to worry about election because they're appointed for life, is too lazy and too chicken, and so they set a precedent that gets used for other cases. The women whose cases Scientology has tried to have thrown out, one had to escape Scientology in the trunk of a car. Another was trapped in an engine room for months, and another was for ex-Scientologists to get justice, judges need to understand how Scientology is deceiving the courts and making fools out of them.